Age 0 to 3, brain development. Children learn what they live. 90% of brain development occurs by age 5, yet only 5% of public education dollars are spent on early childhood education. Babies' brains are wired for learning through connections that are frequently used. The process of how this is done shapes how a child will think, learn, remember, and interact with the world, laying the foundation for their future.
From the ages of 6 weeks up to 3 years, our programs focus on innovating programs for infants and toddlers. We work with children to help them get the social, emotional, and mental support that they need. This program also helps the parents of those children, and it allows children to begin to be able to compete with their peers and be able to assimilate into the world in a successful way.
Age 4 to 5, school readiness, preventing early achievement gaps. As many as 60% of Houston area kindergartners cannot identify letters, count, or write their name. By the time many low-income children reach kindergarten, they are already far behind their peers in school readiness. Pre-K is an important strategy to promote school readiness and close achievement gaps in elementary school and beyond.
Building on that early childhood learning, preschool is absolutely critical for children to be ready for public or private school. This is the time when they begin to develop their language acquisition, their gross and fine motor skills, their emotional skills, their mental skills, social skills, especially with their peers and interaction with other adults other than family or a specific child caregiver. It is here where we can make the most difference of children who do not have the socioeconomic resources that others have in our community. We can at Wesley, through the innovative programs, the experiential learning, the field trips, the volunteers who come in to read, the multimedia and multifaceted curriculum that we use, allow children to begin to experience education and learning in so many different ways that it allows them to take hold of something that works for them and helps us fill that gap.
Elementary school, mastering reading by 3rd grade. One book is available for every 300 children in low-income homes. A significant number of children get to 4th grade without learning to read proficiently, which puts them on the high school dropout track. The ability to read is critical to a child's success in school and lifelong learning potential.
In fact, their families that we service have bigger challenges than what our school can solve. It's important then that we build relationships with organizations that understand that and that can provide, in partnership with us, those big solutions. Our families are limited with regards to their resources, so they're doing the best they can, but they're at home all day watching TV, or they're out running the street all day. So the summer learning loss prevention camp that we wanted to build, or we built this summer, was to give students opportunities to, rather than being at home, to be on a campus and engaged in some kind of, I guess, again, enrichment experience, whether that's art, music. I know that the Houston Center for Photography was a part of it once a week for 10 weeks. The Children's Museum of Houston was a part of it. Art students were going to the Children's Museum of Houston once a week for 10 weeks. They were involved in the same way with Mecca. Once a week for 10 weeks they were involved with, I believe, urban movement, which is they're teaching them dance. A number of things like that were things that were given to our students this summer. And in short, what we really try to do is give the poor kids a rich kid experience during the summer. Wesley played a huge part in the planning of the programs, in the bringing those organizations in, and in the implementation of the programs this summer. Without Wesley, it could not have happened.
Middle school. By the end of 8th grade, students need to develop interests, goals, and a vision. 1 of every 5 students in Houston doesn't graduate from high school. Middle school is a critical point when young adolescents can either move in a positive and hopeful direction, or they can enter into a negative downward spiral. Decision-making and problem-solving skills are critical to reducing violence, fostering social and emotional intelligence, improving academic effort, and preventing at-risk students from giving up.
The CLAW program helps them with future learning because it gives them the opportunity to engage with each other through conflict resolution, through critical thinking, through team building, because at that age in life, you need to be able to understand your surroundings, understand what's available to you, the different options that are available to you. And that's what Wesley's CLAW program has been able to do for middle school students. Give them opportunities to think outside the box. Think outside the areas in your community that you're vulnerable to keep you away from negative things. It's a positive reinforcement that opportunities are available and you can lead these on your own.
High school. Graduating from high school with plans to reach his or her full potential. Only 1 in 5 students in Texas makes it through the education system with any form of post-high school credentials. First-generation low-income students straddle 2 cultures, the family culture and the education culture, each with their own set of expectations, rules, and demands.
When you get in high school, we need to be able to continue to provide opportunities for kids to say, I want to do this, I want to do that. Give them the choice. It goes around the asset of developmental asset of empowerment, giving them their own identity to say, you know what? This is an option for me. This is a choice. And it becomes about choices for high school students.
Adult workforce. Filling the middle skills gap. 2 in 5 jobs in Houston are middle skills. Too many adults lack the education and skills to contribute to the future economy as they have no credentials beyond a high school diploma. A significant number are stuck in low-wage jobs. For most to achieve, they need more opportunities to gain education and training to help them achieve.
Wesley created the Bridge program to bridge the educational gaps. It moves individuals from a middle school level to a high school level to a college level and then into the employment world. We know that Houston has a huge middle skills gap. We are one of those agencies that's helping to fill that void.
I've taken Bridge 1 and Bridge 2 classes here, and it's helped me because after being out of school for so many years, it refreshes you. It helps you, getting back your math and your writing skills, because I've always struggled with writing. And I just finished the Bridge 2 class, and I actually wrote an essay, and I know I struggled, but she told me that I did really good on it. I will be starting phlebotomy on the 29th of this month, and I'm taking little baby steps trying to go back to nursing school, because that's my goal, to be a registered nurse with the BSN. My oldest wants to be a doctor, so I want him to see me as a nurse so he can be motivated, say, hey, my mom's a nurse, well, I can be a doctor. I want him to go higher than me. And my little one, he says that he wants to be a cop. I want them, to be what they want to be. If I can do it, I know they can do it too.
For the past 19 years, I've worked in the Kairos Prison Ministry Program, where I have gone into prisons and worked with different, as we called them, residents. But what I hear is, I didn't go to preschool. I didn't have a good start in education. My parents didn't think education were important. I didn't know how to interact with my peers. I never learned how to do this. And when I hear things like that from the residents that I visit with inside the Texas prison system, I know that what we do at Wesley in the early childhood program, in the preschool program, and the other programs that we have for teens and young adults is the way to truly make the difference.
I'm one of those kids. I'm the kid that needed something to do after school. I'm the kid that needed after school care, needed some type of leadership program. I could have been in statistics, but somebody thought enough of me to say, hey, go join this program, go be a part of this. And I thank God that I had loving parents that provided that opportunity. But at the end of the day, it was the coach, it was the counselor, it was the teacher at the school who saw something in me to say, hey, you can be better than what you are right now, and here's a great opportunity for you. And that's what Wesley is about.
We believe that your neighborhood should not define your dreams. We invest at every age and at every level, and the individuals we are investing in are giving back to the Houston community every day. By investing early, we are able to save the community resources for the future. The individuals that go through Wesley are committed. They have the same dreams that everyone else does. They just don't have the opportunity.
Wesley Community Center, helping people help themselves and each other, touching lives, building potential, creating opportunity.